What's going on, guys? So, been in the downs a little lately. Times have been rough, but I'm on spring break, and now week 9 has come and it's gone. I haven't uploaded in a little bit. I should have hopefully uploaded week 8 soon, before this record or after this recording's done, because I haven't done it yet. But yeah, now we're on to the week 9s, and now we're gonna be back. And then after SPL's done, we're gonna have to sit down and have a little powwow. But SPL's still going on, so we're gonna get some week 9s, and then the playoffs start after week 9, so that's cool. And we're doing are we doing UU or RU? What the fuck, bro? Well, let me we're doing RU, but the replay says UU for some reason. At the top. But yeah, we have Braverius versus Reyscarface. I don't know that much about RU. All I can tell you is that Braverius has more switch-ins for Ember than Ray does, and their teams are damn near identical as far as like what the shit does. The only exception is Drapion and Durant, but depending on what the Durant set is, or what the Drapion set is rather, it could be doing something similar to Durant. So we'll see what the sets are, but these teams are extremely similar. So we'll see what happens. So we have Nails as the lead. Shout out to Nails. Follows me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, but I'll include that Twitter in the description. And then we got Ray over here with Ember. That's obviously no good. I think Ember would have been a good lead for both of them because neither one of them handle Ember too well. And yeah, there's Braverius with his Ember switching and Jellicent. Pretty solid play. Jellicent was kind of obvious, but I wouldn't wild charge too early, reveal your cards in case something fucks up and then you get powdered or earthquaked. It's not worthwhile. Plus, that's likely choice. I don't know if it's banned or not because I don't know how well Jellicent takes a banded Flare Blitz from Ember. But I am going to assume that that's scarfed because Jellicent, even if it's invested, its defense is not that high. It's mainly just got really good typing for physical stuff and then Will-O-Wisp. So yeah, there's Drapion. Slowking was in there. That's not something that Slowking wants to deal with because knockoff is a thing. So Steelix is the answer, and Steelix is mega in this tier. So Steelix is gonna mega evolve. Drapion has toxic spikes, and that could potentially be big later in the game, depending on how Ray plays. However, Ray does have a Venusaur, so that grounded poison type is definitely gonna help him there. But that'll force Venusaur in. Which will give Braverius, if he predicts correctly, opportunities to switch in something like a Specs Meloetta if he has it, Banded Ember if he has it, will take advantage of that opportunity easily. But no Braverius switches to Jellicent when Venusaur decides to come in. That's kind of a weird play from Ray, switching Venusaur into a Drapion. I mean, I know Steelix is out, but I don't know if I truly agree with it, so I can respect Braverius switching to Jellicent right there. And Braverius wants to get rid of this Venusaur here so he can lay his toxic spikes down. So he predicts the switch goes for Pursuit, gets a nice little third off, and that's like DPP UU Venusaur, I think. So yeah, that Venusaur, sometimes it carries Giga Drain, sometimes it carries Synthesis, but more often than not it doesn't have any recovery. Especially if Braverius can maybe get his Steelix and get some rocks up, that Venusaur is going to be ticking down. So yeah, there's Willow. Respect that play. Hit Venusaur on the switch, hit Slowking, that's probably really what he was aiming for. Because I doubt this has Shadow Ball, and if it does, then that's weird, because I don't know what Shadow Ball would hit in this tier. Because like the relevant thing that it hits is also a normal type. But yeah, that's a hard-hitting Leaf Storm. And between Life Orb and Bird, Venusaur is going down ever so slowly, but it's still around, it's still kicking. And rocks are unfortunately up on Braverius' side. So now Braverius has to make some plays. And predicting Slowking is going to be one of them. However, he needs to go to Tangrowth right here on the Mega Steelix switch in. Maybe he goes to his own Steelix if he wants rocks that bad. Yeah, Tangrowth is by far the better play. As yeah, Steelix should be coming in right here. no reason for Ray to not switch in Steelix, and then he goes for knockoff right there, predicting Slowking more than likely. But at full health, I think Mega Steelix can afford to take a Tangrowth hit. Especially, well, that's actually not true in this tier. Some of them do run offensive. So, I would expect Smodest, Leaf Storm, KO Mega Steelix from there. Who knows? Well, I'm sure somebody knows because, you know, it's just basic math, but I don't know. And this is who you have to listen to, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. So another knockoff Meloetta is the answer this time, and there goes the specs from Meloetta, which could be good, could be bad. Right now, I think it's looking more bad than good, but if Meloetta can stick around later in the game, and some of the faster stuff goes away, then maybe it'll be good, because then it can switch up moves. But then it also doesn't hit quite as hard, so that's the standard trade-off. But yeah. A couple of little things went down. Meloetta went U-turn. Now Tangrowth is back. It's already toxic, so it doesn't have to worry about a burn. And actually, if Tangrowth doesn't stay in here too long, this toxic might not be too bad. Of course, if Tangrowth has to stay in for a long time, it might not be good. So there's another knockoff. And there goes Choice Scarf from Emboar. So that's going to be good because now Emboar is pretty slow naturally. The problem is that Emboar can now switch up moves, so it can try and predict waters relatively freely because it doesn't have to worry about going for a wild charge and then hitting a Steelix. But now Meloetta can come in and outspeed, and Drapion should be able to come in and outspeed as well, because Drapion is also quite fast. Or it's faster than Emboar, it's not quite fast. And then, ooh, we see Calm Mind right there. That's interesting. Is it CM lefties? This is sub CM potential, and Slowking is not that powerful. Yeah, there's the sub. And if Slowking, ooh, it's CM Slowking too, so we have a little Calm Mind where both of these things have access to Psyshock, so I don't know who's going to come out on top of this. I'm going to go ahead and put this on fast because they're probably just going to Calm Mind up on each other. I don't know for how long because I haven't seen the game yet. But I'm going to go ahead and put it on fast until they do something that I can speak on intellectually. Also, stuff is going on in the background, so if you hear that, my apologies, but nothing I can do right now. So yeah, these things are just going to seem a bunch. Meloetta is definitely in the upper hand right now because it has more boosts and it has a sub up. And it's going to go ahead and go +6. And Slowking, that Psyshock's still doing a ton. And there's the Meloetta Psyshock, that's doing half. You have to wonder how far this is going to go, though, because now Durant can just come in and revenge kill. And, you know, Emboar's already gone, so I don't know how good the Slowking is going to be at this point. So, I mean, yeah, it's a cool trade, but now Meloetta's at half. Well, at the very least, Steelix can get rocks up. Reyscarface makes the most correct play that he can. I would sack Meloetta here, to be completely honest. I wouldn't want Tangrowth taking that much health. Especially because I don't think Meloetta is going to get another opportunity to set up. But Tangrowth takes that, hello? And then Meloetta takes that really well, too. I didn't expect any of that. Okay, but it's 4-4 right now. And Drapion just drops. Okay. That play makes no sense. Like, you can calc these things, dude. It's not like we're living in a calculatorless era. Like, calculators exist. So that's why those types of plays just piss me off, because they just straight up didn't calc. I mean, maybe he predicted modest, and that's where that came in. Ooh, nice prediction right there on the sucker punch, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think that was a worthwhile risk that Braverius should have taken. And Hustle comes into play. It's Focus Blast misses, so both these guys going out to left field. Guess as long as this Focus Blast hits, all it does is just allows Meloetta to get 6% more lefties than it would naturally. But I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal. So Mega Steelix is the switch in for Braverius. He's faster, so maybe a speed tie. That damage roll was 43 to 49, so that's quite a lot. His Focus Blast needs to hit right here for Braverius to have a chance. And now it comes down to Sucker Punch 50-50s. He has... Ooh, he just straight up goes for it, dude. No... Oh, man. That was tight from Braverius. Yeah, the last thing right there was... how many Sucker Punches did Edinburgh use? One. He had one freebie with a substitute. And then if Ray didn't attack right there, then Braverius just won because now Meloetta is behind a sub. Actually, that miss might have mattered more than I thought because Crunch missing and then Focus Blast consequently missing afterwards. That's what I mean. Was Focus Blast missing too, so Durant didn't die. That allowed Meloetta to get an extra 6% lefties, or 6% with lefties, and that literally gave him the opportunity to make a sub. So Ray didn't just have the 100%. Well, it was still kind of a 50-50 because Braverius can click sub or Calm Mind and into an attack, so it wasn't like guaranteed, but at the same time, he couldn't put up a sub. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, if that makes any sense. So, it influenced how things went. Not saying that that was, like, the deciding factor, because it comes down to winning Sucker Punch Wars regardless, but it influenced things more than a little bit, so... yeah, GG's to both players. That was some sick plays from Braverius as far as playing the Meloetta. And we got more Week 9s on the way, so later.